In the next step, we're going to have a look at setting up task types. So in the client training, we did how to create a task, and we used the generic task. But in 12D Synergy Administrator, you can set up other types of tasks. So this will be used when you create tasks that are very similar all the time. For example, the report option we did had to create the report, check the report. You could have someone formatting the report and then someone issuing the report. Okay. Now, if you've got to create all 4 of those tasks every time you create a report, then you really need to set up a task type so that it creates the 4 tasks for you, and you can just fill in the minor details like who has to do it and what type of report it is, and of course maybe a start and end date. So let's show you how to do those. So let's come and add a new one. I will use the report option here. Okay, and I'm going to come and save that to start with so it's created. Once it's created, we can double click on and edit it, and we can do things like adding states. So let's go plus, and we can say pending approval. Now, pending approval does not close the task, but it might be, an 80 or a 90% complete. So we can add that to our list of states. And then maybe you need another one called approved. And approved would close the task. And that would be 100% complete. Again, you can come and add your attributes, but really what we want to do now is come up to the task templates and create our default layout. So let's go new task. This one would be create. The report. Again, you can choose colors if you wish to. It might be a medium. Now, this is somewhere you may not assign it to anyone. You're definitely not going to assign it to an individual contact. You may assign it to a team role if it's the same person all the time. In this case, probably not. Likewise with the start date and due date, they're probably not something you can set straight away here. Okay. The description, again, that can be filled out at the time of creation, unless it's something generic. All right. Again, likewise with the reminders and CCs and associations, they're not something you can do until the final task. So we go create. Then we can do all our other tasks, whether they're at the same level or child tasks. It's really up to you and how you want it to display. This one would be a check the report. Now maybe this is something you can assign to a role like the project engineer. Okay, at least be a good default. Start date could be relative to parent due date. And again, you can put some default numbers in here. These are just something you can do to start with. You can always modify them as well. All right. Now this one would be dependent on that previous one happening. So we can set a dependency there as well. Let's go create. And then just like last time, we can double click on it and edit it. And we can assign our actions if you want. Okay. And we can keep going. So from there, you might have someone format the report. Again, this might be the project admin person. Again, you can set dates, descriptions, all those sorts of things, including your actions. And then, of course, the last one is issue the report. Again, I'm just going to leave these set up. You might put some relative times in. It's totally up to you. Again, this one would be dependent on the format happening. Okay. Create. Again, you could come and do your actions, but that's all I'm going to do for now. I'm going to hit save, and that is our new type created. So how does that work? Well, when you come to your job and then your task list and you go new, the first thing you do is change the generic to report. I give it a specific name. You can fill out all the generals and hit create. But now that report has all my tasks set up, or at least the backbone of my tasks set up. So all I have to do now is come through, check dates, do the associations, and check who they are actually issued to. And that's how you create task type.